Hello and welcome everybody back to the Dumbass class with me, Dyslexic Gamer, as we do another Dumbass stream, only this time it's a tabletop RPG. So, in the last episode, we'll do a quick overview. Our group of Imperial citizens and our degenerate Xenos player were all captured by Chaos Space Marines in one way or another. They were brought to this shitty little planet where they were put into a slave camp and told to mine. And they came across some very weird crystals. After managing to escape, it took them a while, but they managed to escape. They made their way through some abandoned ruins that were clearly not primitive in design. These were clearly an archaeotech or a very advanced species that had gone to ruin. I have fucked up a little bit on how long you were going for. So now that we're on the lovely map screen, it basically took you a day, a little bit quicker because you were moving underground and you could go as the crow flies, but yeah, it basically took you a day. So you were working in the slave camp during the night time to get over the heat of the day. So you ran basically all night, coming out and getting into the fresh air by the time that the sun was starting to rise. After your exploring was done, it was about probably, if it was on Earth standard, we'd be looking about 7, 8 o'clock. Now, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that after you've done your scavenging in the area, when you found some quite nice relics that were stored away in sealed containers, you could easily make some torches. If you needed them so that you could see at night, you could make some torches. You could test the water out. That wouldn't be difficult, and you don't really need to do a survival check for that. So I can tell you that the water that you are next to is actually fresh drinking water. Unfortunately, you don't have any way of transporting it. So if there's anything you guys would like to do now, this is your chance. If you can't think of anything to do, then you can give me a awareness check with a +20.
Are we still in the cave, or are we already out?
You are outside. Yeah, you're outside.
No, we're on that little beach area, remember?
Yeah, but it was still somewhat cavey.
Yeah, there was a like, cave entrance, but
no, there wasn't a cave entrance. You were told that didn't exist. It was just on the bloody map.
Oh yes, never mind.
It was there, a mirage.
Yeah, it was but a mere mirage. Not a
Yes,
menagerie.
You are out of the tunnels, and you're in a ruined civilization area where you found the two relics.
Were we allowed to leave the prison with our water bottles?
No.
No.
When did you have
we were
water
given
bottles?
bowls. No, we didn't. We weren't given bowls.
No, you had a bucket in your cell, and then when you were working, they were giving you a ladle, like a big soup spoon ladle of water, like how you see in medieval movies where they're beating prisoners. You know.
I might have had it confusing them. Never mind. I'll just delete it.
Okay.
I do have survival. Hang on. What can I do with survival?
Abby would like to spend the night meditating and trying to pick up any astropathic signals from the planet itself or orbit.
I would like to look for tiny animals.
Technically, you'd be doing it in the morning because we're in morning now. So you could meditate for how long do you have to do this for?
Oh shit, I'd have to look that up.
Okay. Well, yeah, have a look up and see how long it actually takes you to do that. Unfortunately, Crane and the degenerate, they don't see anything as they're looking around and trying to, know what's useful, what. There's a cool breeze coming from the east, but apart from that, don't know.
So apparently with my survival skill, I know which brand of secret onions can provide some nutritional value. Good to know.
Honestly speaking, can I start looking for? They might not be in this area. We might have to move a little bit, but as soon as we reach somewhere safer, far away from this location, which is still technically enemy area, I would like to look for tracks, animal tracks.
Oh, it doesn't actually say how long it takes. It's just picking up astropathic communication by its intended target within clear range would be a +10 Psynician's test.
Fuck.
For an astropath in a meditative state. And a challenging +0 test for one going about ordinary life.
Okay, so as you, everyone else is going about doing their something or other. Some of them are picking up sticks, and you're just like, well, let those primitives do what they're doing. You sit down and get yourself comfortable and begin chanting and putting yourself into a trance-like state to begin to block out the mundanity and try and focus on the astropathic choirs, signals from other astropaths, so on and so forth. You don't actually need to give me a test for this, as you do not sense anything. Not from the sky, not from around you. There is no astropathic signals at all.
I do have internal. Let me get the correct term for the cyberware. I do have a locator matrix implanted.
Yeah, no. This is psychic signals. From astropaths.
Okay.
Yeah, Abby would be reasonably distressed by that. Because that means we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yeah, the rest of the group would see her cursing and not very happy.
So basically the group spends an hour looking around, trying to find things that are useful, things that they can use, and then as they start coming back, they see Abby coming out of her trance state, just like really fucking shitty. Did you add a +20 onto there, Geddy? Well, it wouldn't make a difference. Never mind.
Yes, I did.
Never mind.
I think I crit failed.
No, we both rolled basically the same amount.
So if you wanted to look for tracks, animal tracks, this is a ruin. It's overgrown. People have not been here for a very, very long time. So nature has reclaimed this area. So you can start walking around and looking to see if you can find any game trails or anything like that. It will take you an hour for each roll, unless stated otherwise.
Here's the problem that I have about looking for that here. Those guys know that we ran away, and we're technically still close to the mining camp. Oh, I'd prefer if we were to go.
Yeah, I'm more than willing to.
You can do that.
This area.
Now, I realise that that there is a settlement marked on the map. You have no idea that's there, because you failed your awareness test.
I have a feeling we need to go west.
But you end up going east instead.
We're going east. We're going east. Fuck it.
Huh?
Wait, Abby still needs to make her awareness test. If not, we're going east.
Do I get to make one?
Yeah, sure.
Flat or with something added?
Plus 20.
Nope.
Into the east we go.
We all rolled 80s. What the fuck?
You did. You did indeed.
I'm clearing my fucking rolls. Fuck this.
Dang.
Terrible rolls. Terrible rolls.
Oh, my next one was a 50. I didn't roll any hundreds. Fuck. Yeah. I'm
You had
actually.
2 ones in there.
I know. I know. I'm
Those
honest.
rolls weren't that bad.
It's just novel. Being, you know what?
I don't want a metagame, so I will actually advocate for going east.
It's really weird. I just checked out the stream just to make sure things were working and blah blah. And on my phone, apparently I'm not live, which is interesting. However, when I click on my channel, it says live, and it's like, okay, click on that, and everything's.
You're not live on Discord either.
Not saying you're live on Discord, but I do have your Twitch open, so I did check. You're coming through normally and stuff. So
I have had some settings change recently. Some Discord settings may have changed.
No, actually on streamer mode.
I think it's best we just move opposite of the mining camp. Get as much distance between.
we don't know where the mining camp is.
I mean, we know which direction we went out of the cave.
No.
I suppose.
No, we don't, because we failed our awareness.
No, I meant we walked in a certain direction through the cave, right? We just continue in that direction, whatever that direction might be.
If you have a skill,
We'll see.
so technically you can find out which way is north, east, south, and west. The sun is rising, so you know that's one cardinal direction. It might not be. No, technically, I think it should be roughly right. So you can say that to there, to there.
What if the planet is spinning the other direction, though?
I realise this. There are many factors that could change it, but for now, for simplicity, we're going to go with just the norm.
This is a Terran standard.
So you wouldn't necessarily know that the mining camp is to your north. However, you could surmise it, because you're like, well, we're in a really mountainous area, and you look behind you to the north and see these mountains, and you look down south and you see mountains, well, over the river, maybe. And then to your west, your east, you see an open-ish plain and a cool breeze. And then to your west, you see more mountains and rivers, and so you can surmise, okay, we probably came from either the north or the west, because there's all mountainous terrain there.
Well, I mean, the logic my character would have was basically we just continue walking in the direction the cave is pointing.
There's no cave, Albie.
Yeah, you came upstairs. You came up into a ruined building. So basically, the mine, where you were in the mining camp,
Out
that
of the
part
exit
the
of the
building-
thing we left in.
Yeah, out of the staircase, out of the ruins.
Yeah, the staircase are in one direction. We just follow that direction. That is my proposal.
Fuck, it's daytime. I can't use astromancy.
By all means, I said I wouldn't be nice, but as you all, have fill your stomachs with water, because you can't carry it really, so get some mouthfuls or drink as much as you can. Technically, you can't really make sure it's clean and pure either, but hey ho, it's moving fairly quickly.
Can I need to check my inventory. 1 second, please.
Sure.
Repurpose your pressure cooker bomb that you actually destroyed into, an actual pressure cooker.
What?
I can't remember if I dropped it or not.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were going to, and I very not being evil was like, this is a piece of technology when you're surrounded by junk.
Can I fill up the water tank back to normal? I know it's not that you're not supposed to do it, but it is a water tank.
There is a.
We need
you
water.
You are quite right. There is a container in there that holds water. You have already opened up the shell of the machine brutally. I think you used a knife, or it's not in a good shape.
I mean, at the moment it's just a metal piece of junk, so we can make the metal piece of junk useful for us.
Yes. So you've already opened up the sides. You can see like that, all the workings of it, and you can clearly tell, right, that's the water container. It's not that large. It's probably a small bottle of water, not one of the tiny ones, but just a normal, 500 ml or 330 ml bottle. You could easily remove that and fill it up with fresh water for your journey.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Could I try and use survival to locate north, either through trying to gauge the direction of the sun rising, and or oh shit, my computer just froze.
I can still hear you, so yes, you can use survival. That would be a plus 20.
I do have a locator matrix. I don't know if I can assist him.
So whilst you'll be working on your item, on your drinking bottle.
Fair enough.
So can you give me a tech use test with a plus 30? No, plus 40. It's quite simple, and you're gonna basically make a little cap for it as well.
I can fail, but not
You
by
say
much.
that.
I mean, target system. Are you? I don't even know.
Ooh, a natural 4. Okay, so
at a target of 96 for filling.
So you remove the water container, and you're quite surprised to see there is actually a screw top on it. So you reach into the internals, and you find that there is a catch, and you manage to jimmy that off, and you're able to take some of the metal from the top, and well, you've already ruined the casing, so you take a bit of the metal and you start, using your pick to jab the metal into the corners, and you see there's some grease inside there as well. So you take a bit of the grease and you place that around the top, and you've basically made a waterproof top for it, so it's not gonna leak as easily. So yes, you have one small water bottle. Unfortunately, Heinrich, as you're kind of looking, you're like, well, the sun is rising from there, so surely that must be south. You think to yourself for a moment, does that sound right? And you're like, no, the sun rises in the south and it sets in the north.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right, but maybe it's the exhaustion, maybe it's the stress of the last,
I have been
few
on a
days.
few planets where that is the case.
Do I need a check to use my locator matrix?
So, if you attempt to use your locator matrix, it will tell you error information not found.
The description does say it does tell me the magnetic north.
Oh, if it will tell you magnetic north, then yes, you will be able to find magnetic north. If it was like a GPS system, or it told you where you were on, it won't help you because there is no satellite. There are no satellites in orbit.
Yeah,
there's no space stations or anything to give you data. You do know where north is. I can tell you. You can be assured when Heinrich is pointing and going, yes, that clearly must be north. You tap him on the shoulder and you're like, well, no, it's this way. This is north.
But I'm just gonna look at you guys, look at where the river is flowing, and I'm just gonna point that direction, and I'm gonna start walking.
This Zeno is a smart one. Let's follow him.
Which way are you going, Jim?
Downstream, I hope.
Yeah. I know Monkai villages are probably, close to water, so follow the stream.
Yeah, but which way?
Downstream.
Downstream?
Downstream.
Are you
We're gonna know which way.
following?
I don't know
Okay,
which
no,
way this is
technically
going
you
to,
could throw a
so-
stick in the water and you could see that. Oh, okay, no, it's yep, it's going that way. Well, I suppose we'll walk downstream then. That is possible. You can do that. So you pack up what little belongings you have, grabbing anything useful that you may have found, and you make your way east. So, after
Abby would tell the other ones as she follows along that I didn't find any other astropaths. I didn't hear any signals. There was no chanting. There is no choir here.
Must be a long way from Imperial control.
Uh, I'll say nothing to that information because it means nothing to me.
But even the heretics should need to communicate somehow, so even they seem cut off.
That was out of character. Kalindra is not saying anything. Is what I mean. It's just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Well, perhaps they're a fresh start. So, they have no time. Perhaps you were supposed to be the first of their choir. Regardless, we should at least find something better to stay in than a little hovel here. And perhaps Zeno is right. We should follow the river.
Yeah, she'll just follow along, not really needing help anymore. As some of you might have noticed, that as soon as we started running, her movements became a lot more guided.
Question: since we're falling downstream, do we see any fish in the water?
that'd be a survival skill with a plus 30 or a awareness with a plus 20.
Can anyone make it?
If you have the skills, yep.
Ooh, barely passed.
I'll do survival, that way I might actually be able to catch some of them in the same row. Nope. Oh, yeah, fuck, I did. Oh!
Okay, so as you're making your way along river, you've been walking for about half the day now. Unfortunately, you are starting to get quite tired. The problem with changing your sleep pattern. It's not nearly as hot as what you remember when you were inside the slave camp. And as you're walking, you begin to start feeling a little bit hungry, some of you, and you start checking the river. Crane is unfortunately no xenobiologist, so he's kind of looking in the wrong areas and looking at the water, and the reflection off of it is just quite annoying. These fucking glare. But Kathariana, the degenerate Xenos, Kalindra, okay. You catch out of the corner of your eye a ripple on the water, and you start looking along. And Abby, you notice that there's a number of insectoid species, water skippers, and other such bugs and flies that seem to be congregating around some of the greenery along the shore, some of the thrushes and reeds that are there. But it's Heinrich who notices that, well, in some of the as the river comes round, erosion to the side of the river has left fairly deep, but protected little, I can't quite remember the words for them, but basically coves. And as the rest of the group are looking out towards the deeper water, as you come along, Heinrich, in the shallows, there are a number of smaller schoolfish eating the insects that are around the reeds and thrushes and things. They're not very big. The biggest you see is probably the size of your hand, but they don't seem to head out to deeper water. They seem to stay in this shallower area. It's still probably, if you were to step into it, it'd be up to your thigh, maybe, depending on how tall your character is around that area.
6'3".
So perhaps just above the knee then.
Okay.
Or a little bit above the knee. So it's easily acquirable. You don't really have... Actually, one of you does have a tool that could work to skewer a fish.
Yes, I have a collapsing spear. Yeah, I could. I'll try and use my javelin to, stab one or two.
Okay. So give me a... Are you throwing it or are you stabbing with it?
I'll be patient. I will throw it, but I'll take my time and wait for them to settle. I stay close, wait for them to settle, and just pick one, follow it for a little bit, and as it begins to lull, then throw it. So I'm trying to actually aim at it.
Yep. Okay. So you're kind of doing a crane type of fishing, going over the water, staying still, letting them settle, and then throwing the javelin down into the water. Okay. Give me a ballistic skill test with your javelin. They are quite small, but technically they are unaware of you as long as you stay still. I'll take your survival skill into it. You've basically got 5 degrees. So we'll say you get a plus 30.
Okay. And
For every 2 degrees of success, we'll call it an additional fish. But each time you are going to lose your bonus. So this time it's a plus 30, the next one will be a plus 20, and then so on and so forth.
could I get that up to a plus 40 with the fact that it has accurate when I throw it?
Sure, you could do a full aim with it.
Yeah, I'll do that. So instead of doing a just quick ready one, I'll actually take my time and aim, so I'll get the full benefit from it. And so it's a plus 40. That's 1 hit.
Yes, so you get 2 degrees of success. So you get 1 fish.
Okay. I'll take it out and pry it off. Toss it over to the lad with the pressure cooker. Cook this, cogboy, while I catch another. Same thing.
Is the fish still, wiggling around on the shore when he tosses it?
No, it's quite dead.
Next one.
I'm gonna get close to the shore and I'm just gonna sit and observe from close.
So 4 degrees of success, you get 2 fish.
Okay. Right. Same thing. Pull it out. Pull the two fish from the spear. Toss them over to the cogboy. Before I'll do it one more time, I think.
I'll
Plus 20 this time.
I'll be at the edge of 3 meters from where he's fishing.
Fuck.
It's not a 96. It's not critical failure. You just it maybe it got a bit wet as you're throwing it, and it just slides out of your hand at the wrong angle. The fish do scatter, so you need to wait a while for them to regroup and get their confidence back.
I'll try it one more time, but this time it's only got a +10, so. Yep. Ooh!
Another 2 fish.
Now
Oh, hang
I'm
on,
kinda
that was a
sad that I
natural.
didn't.
That was a natural 2. I'll give you 3.
Yay!
Now
Three
I'm kind
great
of sad that I
progress.
didn't pick up Beastmaster. Second technique. I could have just made fish after fish just jump out of the water.
And it would have been already cooked. Wait, no.
That's how it works.
I could make them flop into the fire.
The problem is we don't have a fire.
Yes.
Remember?
Well,
Oh.
get to it, cockboy.
We have 3, 5, 6 fish in total.
So you want to? I'm guessing you want to cook the fish and prepare the fish and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
One of you is going to have to prepare the fish with your knife.
Yes.
One of you at least is going to have to, or several of you, a number of you can go and look and see if you can find a way to make a spark. You have pieces of metal, so half the battle is kind of done. There's probably a number of types of rocks around here that you could try, or you can try and do it with a stick. You've heard of rubbing sticks together. Someone.
Can I just
somewhere.
ask, am I the only one here with survival, or do anyone else have it?
I don't believe I have survival. No.
I don't have it.
I think I can purchase it, but I don't believe I have it.
Okay. And Albie,
Yes.
you have survival?
I do not.
Okay, so the fact that I am the only one with survival means I'm probably the one doing the majority of the stuff, which means I am having 3 fish, the rest of you are having 1 fish each.
Technically speaking, I don't need to eat. I just ate
Okay,
while we were
then.
killing them. But I won't tell you that.
As far as I'm
Albie-
aware, your body does still need nutrients, Jim.
As far as
No.
I don't know. This may be incorrect, but
You
as
have
far as I
1.5.
remember,
The 2 humans can have 1.5. The Eldar can sit in the corner and watch the fish, and I'll have 3.
You still starve. You still, as far as I'm aware, Dark Eldar still need to eat food. You are not. You are not psychically replenished in that manner. Your
No,
soul
I'm
is
Alright,
replenished, but you are a living organism like other Eldar. You need food to live.
the thing is, I don't know if this is incorrect or not. I think I heard people saying that they technically just eat because it tastes good, like a vampire.
Will tell every single one of them, I call bullshit. You're a living organism. You need to eat like every other living organism. Just because your soul is degenerate as far as degeneracy can go does not mean that by, taking the cream of some young guy is going to replenish you and give you energy to kill, stab, and do degenerate things.
The way I see it, you basically have 2 stomachs. One's your normal stomach, the other's your soul stomach.
Yeah,
I
again,
guess
you
I
can
might be
starve.
correct.
You can starve for a long time and still have the energy to keep going because of your eating of souls. You're feeding off of hunger. But there's no way in the universe I'm allowing you not to eat because that's dumb. That's super dumb. Even unless you're a being of the warp, I will not accept it. And you're not. You're trying to stay out of the warp. So
That's fair. It's just I might be incorrect, but I heard somewhere that they technically just feed because it gives them pleasure. Because if they don't eat soul, their entire body, wails away.
Shrivels up and dies like a shriveled testicle. Yes, no, this is very true. But you are still a living organism. They do still need to nourish themselves on. And again, it might just be that they're drinking drinks that have all the needed calories in it. Like the Mechanicus, a lot of them sustain themselves on gelatin packs. It's literally just a gel pack full of all the nutrients that your body needs. No real flavour or anything to it. It's just
Oi.
no, it's true. On
Disco
certain
boy is a this cowboy is offended. It's very flavorful.
It's nutrient paste. It's not flavorful. It's just nutritious.
If this
And again,
cowboy
it-
finds it flavorful, this cowboy finds it flavorful.
It depends on which Forge World you're from. If you have a Forge World that has agri worlds around it, you're genuinely going to have better food than a Forge World that's in the arse end of nowhere, surrounded by orcs and fighting. Like Ryza. Ryza, I imagine most of them are eating nutrient paste that's grown from algae and shit.
What? No, it's orc burgers.
Oh yeah, well, quite every now and then.
Orcs are technically a
That sounds
vegetarian.
like heresy.
They do sometimes. There do they never actually roast an orc and eat it, the guard.
I have heard numerous accounts within lore books, 40k books, where it's referred to the guard eating orcs, eating tyrannids, eating. They're not meant to, but when you're sat there,
Yeah, I can
starving-
imagine the guard eating people, or
Yeah,
aliens and people. I can imagine the guard, delving into cannibalism, but I can't
The
imagine the
Imperium
cowboys
does.
to do it.
The entire
Well, yeah,
Imperium
corpse
does
starch.
Corpse starch. Yeah.
Well, so it's a big thing about ratlings. They're amazing cooks and can do things that with. It's like, huh? Really? Okay.
They make your boots edible. Anyway, I'm gonna go cook the fish.
Okay, so I need a I need a survival check.
And
I'm gonna say with a plus 40 because it's not difficult. You're gathering up wood. You're gathering up small branches. Anything that you can use. This is scrub plain. There are plants around that can be ignited.
Okay.
Okay, so you're able to gather up all the necessary kindling and things of that nature. Give me another survival check. This time flat, because you're trying to find a stone that can create sparks. Cogboy, if you can think of a way, perhaps taking apart your steam drill to try.
Does my steam drill have a flint to light the?
Don't you have wasn't there a pilot light on or something like that?
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
it's
broken.
dead.
Yes, but what's the mechanism that's ignites the
Yeah.
pilot light?
Is it some kind of electrical spark? Is it with a flint?
It
If you
seems
can
to,
extract the flint.
if you give me a tech use, again, it's not going to be difficult, but you don't have the proper tools. So plus 30.
86 target. Don't fuck me, Nuffle. You will. I said it.
Don't fucking jinx it.
Nice.
Okay,
Hey.
so as Heinrich comes back with the kindling and wood, you've taken apart the igniting system. You can see the area that got broke before, and you think you can bypass it so that you're able to get a constant zapping spark. But as you're fiddling around with it a little bit more, you notice that there's still a small amount of promethium residue in the spout, and you're not
Ooh.
sure how many times it will work. But as Heinrich sets up everything, you go to click the lighting part, and you actually get a small flame. Roll me a 1d5 minus 1. Or just a 1d5 and we'll extract 1.
One d5 minus 1.
Yep.
Coming straight up.
Ooh.
Okay, you have a lighter with another 3 uses.
Hey.
Heinrich, you have a fire.
Sweet. Okay.
I don't think we will have much of a steam drill left after
No.
our adventure.
No, probably not. Just some
I'm
pieces of
glad,
metal.
I'm glad you kept it.
So,
okay.
You have a fire. I would say I want a cooking roll, but I'm gonna be nice.
I'm doing this
time.
simply. It's literally just dragging the knife across the scales to descale it,
Yep.
hold them over the fire with a stick just to cook them, and then doing it that way. I am thinking Cray might actually get a second fish for being useful.
So
he's the second fish.
So
Second.
you can do all of this. So yeah, I'll be generous here. So you run the knife through and you remove the guts and you spear a stick going through it and you open it up a little bit so it can
It's
cook
not
properly.
like it's particularly hard.
I've seen people do some
Do it
travesties of
tasty.
cooking. You know,
Fair
But
enough.
People fuck it
but
up.
to just get the meat done and edible, it's not that hard.
there is something very
It's-
strange, however, Heinrich. As you're descaling the fish and you're going round and preparing it, one of the mouths is open, as dead fish normally do. It has a larynx. There's a little gibbly bit in the back of its throat.
What?
I believe it's a larynx, the thing that gibbles down at the back of your throat.
Oh, you mean the box ball?
No. Like when you open your mouth, you go ha, and
Yeah,
you've
the
got that little jiggly bit.
Yeah. That thing that looks like a ball you box on.
Yeah.
What? What? Why? What? What?
I don't think that's a larynx. Larynx is a tube, if I remember correctly.
Oh no,
Right,
no,
I don't
yeah,
think
you are right. You are right. That's the
That's-
tube is the larynx.
That's not
What's
There's the pharynx, the larynx, and
The
yada,
uvula?
yada, yada, but the trachea. It's the uvula you're thinking of.
Yeah, the uvula. Sorry, yeah, the uvula, the little jiggly bit at the back of your throat. Yeah, it's got a it's got that.
Yeah. Okay. What? What? Why? What?
You're not sure, but you killed them all. Yeah, what? They came out of the water dead. So
Can I check another one to see if it has a uvula?
yeah, as you check, all 6 of them, they all seem to be the same species of fish, and they all have this this uvula.
Does Heinrich look confused?
Heinrich. Oh, no, sorry. A punching ball, sorry. Not the...
Does Heinrich look confused?
I'm a little confused, but I'll just fucking shrug my shoulders, decut them, and stick them on a stick.
So I just need to do a quick recap. You guys did get corruption for being in the mines, right?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
We didn't.
I didn't.
Oh no. Oh, okay. So
I got standing.
Oh, no, I didn't
can you
get any
all
corruption.
take 2 corruption from being in the mines?
Yeah.
Okay. Has a day passed since last time?
Since you've escaped, no.
So I didn't heal my 2 bones.
No,
yet.
no, you haven't slept since escaping.
This is basically us having a rest now.
So, as you're sat around, you've moved a small distance away. You've cooked yourselves a meal. Noticed that the fish have uvulas, kind of weird. You can all give me another awareness test, plus 30.
Nope.
Finally, a natural 2 as well.
My.
I don't think I've actually succeeded once for awareness.
So-
you, idiot.
So,
Fucking hell.
Abby's just taken aback by the fact that she's eating a fish off a stick, and she's kind of like, "Am I a savage now? I mean, what's become of me? What's the like trying to take little nibbles and still be, some sort of etiquette and decorum." Heinrich's just quite pleased in he has provided, he is man for his new tribe. And Cray's just like, so this is what real food is meant to be. Huh. Interesting, I think I prefer my gel.
Gray would prefer his shells.
But
Wait, no.
as the degenerate sits down and watches the others eat, apparently not getting a fish.
No.
Yeah, like it.
I can share. They didn't actually help with the fucking preparation, so they have one.
So so as you're sitting down looking at this fish, you're looking at the small fire, and perhaps you take a bite and looking up at the smoke that's coming up from your fire. You look over to the west. Huh. Smoke over there. You munch down on your fish. A few white. So a few. I can't remember what the bloody word is now. When you have a fire and the smoke goes up.
Plume?
Smoke towers. We'll call them that for now. There's like three.
Oh, a chimney.
Yeah, smoke chimney. Yeah, you can see like the smoke coming up. There's about 3 or 5 different smoke clouds, pillars, chimneys in the west. As you look around, maybe now taking in your surroundings a little bit more, you don't really see any other smoke clouds anywhere around you except from the one you're sat next to and the ones coming from the west.
Must have been a mining camp.
But you do notice, as you kind of crane yourself to look back, that it's the mountain ranges as well change colour. These ones are all a much darker, more reddish stone, the kind of stone that you saw at the mining camp. Whereas as it comes down here, it seems to take on a much lighter, paler colour.
Because I don't remember.
Would I be able to detect that?
What was the color of the jail when we left it?
The stone that you were working on was a reddish type.
Didn't we have to do like a 2-hour walk from the jails to the mining camp?
About an hour. Hour there, hour back.
Okay, and everything was basically red on that direction too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, red and far more barren. Whereas now that you're looking around here, it doesn't look too bad. You can see it gets greener and more open. Down here it becomes more barren and mountainous and terrain, but the stone is very much the same as the stone over here. It all seems to be the same lighter colour. Whereas the mountains over here are all very, very sun-beaten and hot looking colours.
Right. I don't actually know this yet because I've been told.
I'm gonna finish eating my fish.
What would the general... Would you allow me to roll a logic to the greener and the less sun blasted something looks, the more hospitable it is to life?
You would just know that anyway. Green planets genuinely are better for life than red planets.
So I would then propose to go in the direction of the green. So, like there or something like that. I don't want
I
to go
imagine
to
the
the smoke.
elder. I imagine the elder looks at the titular metal man as he's suggesting, yes, let's go down this way, the complete opposite. Well, the wrong direction towards the smoke.
I'll
Where's
just
the
keep
smoke?
eating for now.
Where is smoke? I thought we saw the smoke of the camp.
No,
My bad.
No, the smoke is that way, and I haven't told you yet.
Yeah, right. But since you said west, I thought, well, that direction we're walking, so we consider that north.
No. Train. We were walking east downriver, but that was before I saw the smoke on the west. I still haven't told you about the smoke on the west. I'm just eating the fish for now.
Anyway, regardless that direction, regardless what down, what Kray would say is that direction is less hospitable, thus let's go that direction. The opposite way.
If you're
I
going to
just
tell us
wanna
about the sunbeaten stuff, I will point out that our camp, or the mining camp and everything where we were being held, was sunbeaten quite badly. Probably going the opposite direction of that.
just finishing my fish. Look at y'all. Change of plans, Monkai. We're going that way. And I'm gonna point towards the smokestacks.
Worst idea.
I agree, Eldar.
Because unfortunately, I still need. I'm gonna look at you. Help to leave this terribly boring planet.
Well, that's boring. You have fish.
I'm gonna point you a piece of my, the face of my fish that still has the uvula. Yeah, which apparently can scream too, which is very interesting and pleasurable, but not my type.
I knew someone at the First World that would appreciate that. But those biologists make us were always weird.
Yeah. Legos. Anyway, yes, I guess we should make a start or just camp out here for the night. It's getting dark. Is it getting dark or is it still daytime?
No, you feel very tired, but it's like midday.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm all for staying here at the moment and then setting out at a later time. No, not night, but later.
Go to a siesta. Siesta would be nice. Those bruises still hurt.
Sure, I mean, you can technically make camp here. Take half a day to, well, make camp. You know, go and get some more wood for the fire. You know, prepare some little sleeping spots and so on and so forth, and then rest once nighttime comes.
Yeah, I like that. Let us rest for now. I find a tree and hurk myself under it. Only my
Sadly, very few trees around. There are scrub plants, which is basically what you made your fire from. But yeah, as for large trees in this area, sadly, not many. But you are able to. So essentially, there are quite large reed beds, and if you've ever seen reed beds, they've got there's a lot of plant there. So technically, you could go along, chop the tops off, loads of them that are above water, and make yourself a little bed on the ground.
Yeah, I'll do this. Something like that. Chop the reeds with the knife and everything, and lay them on. Comfy little bed.
Should we take shifts to watch?
That would be smart.
Yes, the Eldar seems to have the nicest eyes, so you go first, second, and third. I'll take the fourth.
I'll take the second.
You want, I can sleep all you want. I can see in the darkness. And although I still don't see the purpose of you, having you would still improve my odds of survival. And I'm better suited to the darkness than you are.
Okay, so half the day goes by, and then night begins to fall. The sun begins to set when you guys start taking your naps and going on watches. I'll give this to basically all of you. You'll notice it soon enough. Perhaps it was because you were enslaved, perhaps it was because you're exhausted, or just the circumstances, all of them combined. You didn't notice this, but now that you're free and you're technically relaxing at times, staring up at the sky, there is something seriously wrong with the night sky around here. For a start, the stars do not stay out. They're constantly flickering, going out, basically almost going on and off in different patterns, and every now and then there's almost an aurora borealis that runs across the sky.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, it is part of... No. Okay.
Located entirely in your kitchen.
Can I actually use... Hang on. Is that astromancy? I think it is astromancy. Would I know... Can I use astromancy to determine if this is a known phenomena for a known system or a known form of...
You could attempt to roll, and I can give you some information about it as you stare up and, perhaps whilst on watching the sky for some time. But I'll give you a +10 to it.
Okay. Hang on. It's... I think Chrome is just dying on me at the moment. I might need to restart my PC soon.
Damn you, Chrome. I told you not to breed with copper.
Oh!
Okay, natural 1. So,
Chrome should die more.
Heinrich, it takes you until the end of your watch. As you're laying there staring up at the sky, racking your brain over, so, what have I heard about these kind of things? There's stories about that, old Terra used to have strange lights in the sky, and there's other worlds, Valhalla, that they also have strange lights that appear in their sky as well. Genuinely speaking, it's around very cold areas, and well, this is beyond, so far from cold. And as you watch the pattern, well, that one went from the horizon all the way over the night sky and to the back. Well, that's not normal. That's not. And you start seeing other flickers around, and you start focusing more on the stars. Well, hang on a minute, why are the stars constantly going out? At one point there's a constellation, and then the next moment it's gone. But that can't be right. What would... And then you remember. Nothing to do with astromancy at all, actually. You remember a time when you were on a ship when it was under attack. An energy weapon hit the shields, and there was a light that ran across the shield. That's about all you get. And can everyone roll me a flat awareness? Actually, Abby and the Xenos, you can both get +20s because you could see in the dark, and well, one of you can sense in the dark.
Damn it! I'm gonna wait for everybody to roll and see if I have to re-roll.
Oh God!
Don't even bother. I haven't succeeded a single awareness check.
Come on, Abby. No.
Oh, so close.
Okay, your target is. Wait, your target is the same as mine, I think. The target is 59, isn't it? I'll reroll. Come on, baby. No!
So sadly, none
Yeah,
of you
come on.
notice
I'll
anything.
reroll as well. Fuck it.
Hey, do we gain a fate point every session?
Yes, yes, you do.
God
fuck's
fucking
sake.
damn it! What's with our luck today?
So sadly, none of you are able to notice anything, but
I don't even get it back.
you are quite fortunate in the fact that
Fuck.
yeah, you're quite fortunate in the fact that all of your watches go on by. Everyone has their turn at having their rest, and everyone has their turn at keeping an eye out. You don't notice anything. As the sun begins to rise and the last person finishes their watch and wakes the others up, you hear a small chirping down by the riverbank. It appears there are a number of small birds.
Just
Can
small
I-
by the riverbank.
Do we see the birds?
Well, as you're all woken up, yes, you can see it's about 100 meters, maybe 110 away. On the riverbank, there's a number of small birds. They are red. They have red. Let me go put the token down where you guys can't see, so I can get the description right. They have red heads and almost a bluey under feather under their wings, but the top of their wings. Sorry, hang on. No, I've got that wrong. They are blue, a very dark blue with white feathers under their wings and a red head.
Oh god, flying yeets.
They do have all the appearance of a we're talking like a crow sized creature. They are avian. They don't have any weird add-on faces or anything.
No baboon heads.
No.
Poisonous maws.
Yeah.
You didn't answer them, this. Okay.
Are they big? They small, medium-sized?
Sized.
What size?
Crow-sized.
They're crow-sized, which in
Crow-sized.
this game means that they are scrawny.
Okay. Well,
There's about a dozen of them.
okay. Well, do you want a breakfast, or shall we find this little smokestack?
Roll me awareness, -20.
Oh, fuck.
All of us?
Yep, all of you can have a chance.
Ah!
You are no fuck.
A number
No
of the
better
birds take off. Heinrich thinks to himself, they look tasty.
Holy motherfucking son of a gun.
Oh, but the Mechanicus notices. So as Heinrich thinks to himself, they look tasty, and the degenerate thinks, I wonder if they feel pain. Crane looks over and... Wait a minute. When those birds took off, the entire of their flight path through the reeds are no longer standing.
What?
The birds' flight path over the reeds as they took off, the reeds are no longer standing.
Like snapped or just flat?
Or the reeds just.
As Cray stands and watches for a moment, he can see that perfectly cut reeds are now floating downstream.
Gray takes a big gulp. Says, so whenever we see one of those birds, dodge out of the flight path. You don't want to get cut into pieces, unless you want to. I won't stop you.
So what you're telling me is that their wings are capable of cutting through the reeds that easily.
No, the air they generate. They fly over it.
No,
Did they fly through
they're
it?
through it. Their flight path went through the reeds.
Oh, okay. I thought they flew over it and just basically with the wind made such a strong wind like it was cut apart.
I'll start grinning. So what you mean is that when eventually we have something that can kill those, we should kill them and make weapons out of them. Lovely. You're a good metal boy. But for now, we should indeed just avoid them.
I do.
Capture.
I do approve it. What do you think they would like for bait? Fishing trails?
Fish. They sit around a riverbed. Perhaps they do. Or perhaps they're looking for the insects or the fish.
I mean, birds that size like to eat of the corpse of a fish, I imagine.
Regardless, perhaps we should make our way to these smokestacks to investigate.
Yeah.
There is something there we might actually be able to rest properly for a while.
Yes. Also, let's hope we don't encounter the pirate slavers there.
Ray, did you really have to say such a thing? You should know, logically speaking, speaking about things you don't want to happen makes them happen.
That's bullshit. Whether I say it or not, it will still happen. It's not because I say it, the sky will fall down right now, that it actually will. One day it will. So if you say it enough, it will happen one day.
I'm just looking at the two of them, shake my head, and start walking.
Yeah, I'm going to continue walking. The tech priest does not understand metaphor.
I mean, it's a cowboy. What do you expect?
I know. Fuck off, ABG.
So,
Thank you.
if you are heading over in that direction, walk away from the wee little tweeting birds. Ah, I'd hoped that someone would have attacked them. Oh yeah, I'm on this map. I'm just zoomed right in. Okay. So, I am going to need. Okay. So, can you all give me some survival rolls if you've got them? This will be. I'll give you a +10. And awareness rolls, and I'll give you a +10. This is for moving along the river, making your way to the smokestacks over the next 2 days.
So awareness +10, you said?
Yeah.
Hey, I passed the roll.
Oh, so did I. Finally.
Okay, so
I should ask the survival instead of the awareness.
yep, you can roll survival as well if you have it. +10 for the awareness.
Nope. Oh!
Ooh. Okay, so Nuffle's being kind. Nuffle's being good. So over the next 2 days, you've had something to eat, and you basically have access to water whenever, as you're walking along the river bank. you also do know of where to get food now as well. So I may be kind. The next 2 days you make your way along the river, walking towards the smokestacks. Can I get 2 1d100s?
From
Because
everybody or
human-
just it?
Whoever would like to roll? Ooh, one more.
Fuck, I just used up an 8 and I could have used a skill test. Fuck.
I'll do it.
I already
Oh,
rolled.
sorry.
We'll
It-
take praise. We'll take praise. So Heinrich, as you're making your way along with your crew, towards the smokestacks, along the way you notice there's a couple of berry bushes, essentially, and other fruiting plants. You take a risk and you collect some of them up along the way. You can either risk eating these or using them as bait when you next rest to try and find some extra food. And when you do make camp with your 8, you actually find out that these are at least edible by the fish, making it easier for you to get everyone one fish for this evening. It's in
Awesome.
the next day that our tech priests comes into effect. So as you're about half a day away from where the smokestacks are coming from, you're moving through an area and the terrain here has gotten more manicured. Like you can actually see that, that looks like a path over there, and it looks as if people have been here at least. Like the grass has been flattened in areas, and you can see that it looks as if it's not people, it's wildlife. It's something is around here. And as you are all making your way, you hear a grunting. It's not a growling sound. It's almost like a wildebeest kind of a sound, a grunting, roar kind of.
Okay. I don't like this.
I don't think we should provoke this.
It's not in line of sight now. You're just hearing it. It's in the distance. It sounds quite large, as far as noise being generated.
Is it in our path?
It's coming in the
Can't see.
direction that you want to head in. It's basically just over the brow, maybe a couple of miles away. And you hear another one, but of a different tone.
Like that.
In fact, now
Have
you
a
start
seat.
hearing multiples of different tones. You imagine it's different animals, at the very least. Maybe 8 or 12 distinct. I'm not quite sure.
Ooh, lovely. I'm going to stop and take a knee.
May I
and
re-
get around.
May I recommend we go around whatever that is?
That'll probably be best.
Sure. Okay then. If you want to bypass it altogether, you basically end up at it. Will take you a day to go around. Not a day, sorry. It takes you the rest of the day to go around. You end up making camp. You can push on, but you'd be making it to the town or whatever it is, the smokestacks, by like midnight, middle of the night kind of thing. Very early hours of the morning.
Okay, that's right. As long as we don't run into, fuckery.
So,
I think it's specific that we entered the town arrested.
can I get another awareness check from everyone? Again, Abby and the Eldar both get plus 20s as you bed down for the night.
Nope. Craze on a roll.
Apparently, I was a guard in my previous life.
So, Cray, as you
Word.
take your shift, you hear the sounds of the creatures, animals, whatever you heard before. You hear them again, but it's really, really quiet and muffled and far away. But they sound as if they are being louder. It's just you guys have moved so far away from them, but now you can hear them again, and they sound far more in distress. But again, we're talking, if last time it was like a mile away, this is like 6 miles. It's really quiet, carrying on the wind.
This is the second day we are moving, right?
Yes.
It's from an old keeping.
So you should all have access to a handout that I am updating at the moment, and it just says days on world 5.
Okay.
So I'll try and update that constantly when I can, and just the title of it is how many days you've been here.
I'm basically just writing down session recaps
Sure.
every time. So
yeah, second day traveling. And then as Abby takes over for the next shift, perhaps I'm going to say, as I am the GM, the last shift. As you listen out, Abby, again, perhaps Cray passed on the words, or perhaps you just heard the creatures. Again, really far in the distance. Sounds like they're in not distress anymore, but they're perhaps mourning, or they're like the sounds that are coming from them are very loud, although you're very far away from it and it's quiet. They have that kind of distress tone of mourning in the sound. And by the end of your shift, as you start waking everyone up, there is something on the horizon. In the place that you just came from, so over here, is quite a large thing. Oh, now I need to make sure I've got it is that one.
Oh.
Yes, it's quite a large thing, and we're talking again on the horizon. So you basically see the again, for you it's even weirder because it's a more of a psychic thing. You see this thing, which I believe I need to do.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, get the pilot light, we're burning down the forest.
Holy mother fucking Christ, what is that?
Is the token to scale?
It is a large creature. Yes, it is a very large creature.
Is that a
However, it doesn't.
extremely mutated Nyla? Is
It
just
doesn't
me?
quite look. So you don't know what it is. It's just in the distance.
Same size.
Is this thing meant to be the same size, or is it meant to be a size bigger? Let me double check with this. Wait, what? What? Why am I looking at an empty sheet? It has a token. It has a name. Why is it an empty sheet?
Oh no.
Either my previous self, my past self, did something stupid, or Roll20 is being gay. It could be either one. It's so okay. It's meant to be a large creature, as far as I'm aware,
Right.
because it's meant to be larger than the organism that it, did something to. You're only seeing the outline of it. Again, it's very, very far away. And it moves in a very odd gait, almost as if it's not able to control itself. Like it's not. Its limbs don't move in a normal fluid, or the limbs seem to almost be forced to move, and in a very jerky motion make their way along in the distance. You don't think it's noticed you, however.
Good. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'd like to keep it that way.
And it is heading. It is heading essentially like that. This kind of direction.
Oh, it's heading away from. Oh god. Okay.
Is it alone by any chance?
But is it actually to our north?
Yes. So where the creatures you bypassed last time, it's in their. It's come from their direction.
Okay, so I was about there. We went to here.
So if you had carried on the way you had gone, you would have crossed paths with it, but it would have been, so you would have basically gone like that. So during your journey, it would have been within range to have a chance of seeing you, whereas at the moment it is 8 miles ish, give or take 4 miles away from you.
I think we.
It does remind me kind of the filth creatures in the Secret World.
I'm thinking we stay back and stay low and wait for it to pass before carrying on, or just immediately walk in the other direction. Quick, Eldar, go over and poke it. See if it feels pain you were always asking about.
I'm just gonna shift my head to look at you.
Yes, go
I
on.
hope it does feel pain, because we're gonna have to hunt one of those eventually.
What? Why? What? Are you fucking... What?
Look at it. It probably has a lot of meat and a lot of useful
I'm
things
not
we can
eating
get
that.
from it.
By the Emperor, no.
I'm gonna look at you. I didn't take you for a coward, monkey.
That thing looks as if I eat it, it's going to fucking burst out of my stomach. No.
Perhaps.
Even all you wish, Eldar.
We'll never know if we don't try it. Don't
Could be
you
a
agree?
warp for all I fucking know. Regardless, let's carry on.
Sure, the creature passes. It takes about half an hour for it to get out of view in its distant form. Before you start heading on, takes you half of a day. Essentially, I'm allowing you to walk 16 miles a day. If you hadn't already figured that out. I know a normal, healthy person could walk more than that. Some of you are Imperials who don't do much walking.
I'm a noble. Not a chance.
And we also do look out. It's not like we're force marching, yes.
Yeah.
16 miles is a good tempo. That's about what? 30 kilometers?
Well, that's
No.
odd. That shouldn't be like that. I have no idea why the inside of the settlement is lit up like day, but the outside of the settlement is currently pitch black. You are here in the day, so technically it is right that you should be able to. Oh, maybe it's because the torch has line of sight and nothing else does.
The torch does have line of sight. There's an option to light up the entire map.
Ah, so the other tokens are on the map don't have line of sight, so they
Okay.
don't. I get it now. So if you guys want to set yourselves up over here,
There's just a big sea, or just black and white fucking map of the town now.
oh, lovely, lovely. The scale didn't hide. Marvelous, brilliant.
Hey. Ah! The Emperor himself has inscribed the scale of the map for us.
He certainly has. There's some
The only
weird
sign of light in
monument there.
this.
Where is everyone? Hang on, I need to turn around. Fuck, hang on.
Don't abandon me.
Oh dear lord. There we go.
Oh, I hate having.
Eldar, get in the line. You're outside the box. Where the hell did Albie go?
Look up.
I did look up. You disappeared. You walked off screen, basically.
I said
Ah!
look up as in
Inside of you, actually.
Stop standing on top of me.
yes. I'm sorry.
Sneaky wee bastard. Hey!
God damn it! Past me is gonna get the smacking. Seems as if I didn't add the tokens to the. I'm just gonna quickly copy some of these inbreds and. So yeah, they're as you approach.
Looking at these people, are they deformed in any way?
Yes.
Excellent. I'll make them far easier to defend.
Okay, excellent, because technically speaking, I don't look very human.
Abby immediately takes like multiple steps back after finding out they're mutants.
So as you approach
I'll be in the
the
back.
smoke,
It's a natural
clouds.
reaction.
As you approach the smoke clouds, you begin to see that there's a clearing where basically there were trees at one point, but they've been chopped down and used, and this whole area seems to be cleared out. There are a number of herd beasts that are probably familiar to the rogue trader.
Grox?
Yes, they're a form of grox. They're not the main huge species of grox that perhaps you may have dined on a few times. This is a smaller subspecies of grox.
So it's not immediately hostile upon sight, because I
No,
doubt
no, it's
cybernetics to make them fucking docile.
yeah,
They're
no.
grox hostile.
These appear to have been bred to be far more beasts of burden and a possible food source far more than a food source. But you can see they are a lizard type creature, and they have a lot of features that are very noticeable that are on groxes.
Fun fact, in Only War, if you have a Grox as a mount, when it dies, you get 6 days worth of rations and +5 weapon skill for a full stomach.
I was looking at them like, oh, I could have a mount. I could have a grox. Drop it from the Valkyrie. Yes. Yes.
I think Grox needs to be underslung. They're basically bovines, right?
Bovine, lizard, arachnid, not arachnid. Bovine, lizard, insect things.
Correct, where's they on?
They're like the best. They taste like the best kind of beef. It's like Wagyu beef throughout most of the creature. They are a delicacy and delicious, apparently.
Oh, not the delicacy.
Still, I wonder what cracked G-Dubs was on when they were designing that.
On some strong shit. So as you come closer, there are several smokestacks. Some of them just blended together to make one, and it does appear as if there is a wall built around a small settlement. The individuals who are at the front have very, very leathery looking skin, like almost as if they've been sat in the sun for the last 30 years. doused in oil. Very red, very leathery looking. They do also have some other features and things that are not normal.
Do they look similar to the other slaves I haven't seen?
They don't, actually. Now, whilst the ones who are at the gate do all have, because they're copies, do all have a face mutation. Actually, only one or two of them have that face mutation. But a number of them all do look very similar. Like, very, very similar.
Okay. I will approach.
So, as you approach and they basically see you coming out of the countryside, a couple of them look really scared, and one of them even quickly says some words to the other and runs off.
I'll as I approach and I see them getting a little startled, I'll hold my hands out to the far sides with empty palms and hello. You speak Gothic? Hello or hi?
I'll pull out my translator, act like it, and wait for them to talk.
So, they... Ebures, bunoto, Emma.
Ah, yes. Ungo Bongo. Tutti Fruit, late.
Stop, where, stand. Uma, say, nak. Stop, where, stand.
Ah. Yep, I'll stand still and put my hands up. I keep my hands
a lot of words that you just do not understand, but every now and then there's a low Gothic word chucked in there. Kind of like the Beast Man, the Wolf Man from your camp.
Eldar, here. They speak like your furry friend. Kind of.
I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow. What do you want to say to them?
Well, I don't know. We come in peace. Take us to your leader.
I'll click the thing, speak to it. We have come in peace. Please take us to your leader if you wish. And I'll
Wish. What are
let the thing talk.
You hear a computer voice speaking in low Gothic telling you to take him to your leader and...
I'm gonna look at you. The translator unit doesn't know every single one of your words. It has to learn first.
Right.
So after some time...
Speak plainly and slowly, and they should eventually understand you, Heinrich.
You would all see that certain individuals begin gathering at the gate.
Okay. I stay where I am and take a quick look at the group. See
Village
where they
people
are.
have come.
Dirty bastards. Not even here 5 minutes. Oh dear lord, what happened to that fellow?
Usame Emma. You can hear talking in the background. A number of individuals. A wizened old man approaches.
All right. Hello there.
He immediately,
Hello
upon
there.
hearing what you have said, turns around and runs back. Speaking quickly and in a language you don't understand.
Still have the thing click the entire time.
Where is... Oh, actually, hang on. Is he on... Where did I put your bloody character? Oh, hang on. Right, so low tongue, gutter tongue. which on the languages is Low Tongue, and Gutter Tongue is, yeah, Bastardized Low Gothic. So that's basically what you hear. You hear like Bastardized Low Gothic, and so who's the fucker who speaks? Hang on a minute. Hang on.
We have confused this.
I speak Explorator Technolingua.
No. There's meant to be someone here who speaks speaks normal, and I know there's one because he's meant to.
Oh, you're talking about NPCs?
Yeah. NPCs at the moment.
I thought you were referring to us for a moment.
No. I know you guys don't speak these languages. They're on-world languages. I'm beginning to understand now why everyone just goes with Low Gothic. You don't have other languages in.
This is why once the Mid-Australian comes in, it browbeats people into learning Low Gothic.
Thankfully, I have the translator unit, so long as I keep it click, it should eventually learn the language.
Yes, well, that's good for you.
But that's kind of always an issue. I mean, ships have their own dialects and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but even in ships, they still speak Low Gothic, so...
They'll speak Low Gothic, but they'll speak it in a certain way. Like, they have different jargon and stuff just for the different regions and
like, for example, like a couple of days I learned that the people from Berlin use for out of order the word broken in German, of course, instead of out of order. It is correct, but it's still one of a what the fuck.
I think a better description would be like I would say, or if I were to say cub and cuddy, you guys probably don't know what I mean, but that just means boy and girl.
Yeah. Then there's
Cub
then
and
you can
cuddy?
just look at slang, because slang
heard
is an
something
entire
about-
different language in itself.
I thought it was curry. It was some dish.
I'd like to point out that depending where you are in Germany, people do much worse things to the German language.
Like Jesus.
So there's some weird language going on behind the walls, and then after a while, a furry is chucked forth.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
He seems to be almost naked, except from his fur.
I'll move one of my hands closer to my face so I can cover up where his junk would be.
No. He has like a cloth man rag that covers up the important bits. Appears to have a bow and arrow a thing of arrows and a bow in his hand. Kind of sniggered to yourself for a moment. Who you? Who you? Why you come?
I am Heinrich Theobald Yeved III. I come from the stars and I require a place to sleep, along with my little companions here. And I motion back to the brush where my companions are probably hiding.
I'm not hiding, I'm next to you. I'm
No,
just
you're not.
behind you.
I can't see you. You're not next to me.
He translates. Jesus Christ, what was that? He
I
translates.
moved.
Everything flashed white for me for a second. The stream caught it. It's also cunting it down at the moment.
Wow.
So if you hear on the
Listen,
stream,
it's not easy
any
being a
rain,
psycho, okay?
Every time you move, it flashes white and has to re-register the entire area.
So he translates to the people behind him, and you can see that the old wizened man slowly starts to come a little bit closer, and you can hear some more bastardized Low Gothic and weirdness, and the furry turns around and, "What you mean, star? What you mean?"
I
point up.
my hands to the sky and
he translates, and the people around just look in shock, just like absolutely white, like and they start, just jabbering between each other, and he moves forwards. He tries to go past the guards, but they hold out a hand and push him back, and he like his posture and his demeanor is someone who's very skittish, very like when the guards raise their hand, he backs down, his ears go back, and how you come here, how you get here. He seems to be doing something with his hand. Awareness test -10 for anyone who wants to try and see.
My thing just crashed. Hold up.
Sorry, yeah, this dynamic lighting may have to go Vetus.
It is neat, but you need fucking beefy ass PCs to fucking run this shit.
It's not beefy as PCs. It just needs optimization, and we don't know how to do that.
I think it worked better before the fucking rehash of it.
Maybe.
Heinrich, that was really close. That was really close.
Awareness -10, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Just one thing. Is he doing the same motions as the other wolf was doing?
No, the other wolf, the other the other fairy, the other abhuman was completely different in demeanor. 95, not 96. Heinrich, he's doing something with his hand on his chest, and it's very eerily familiar to you. What you mean? You
They travel the stars for his most holy emperor, and he has dealt me a poor hand, and I am now here.
When you say emperor, he like lowers his head, his ears go back, his tail almost seems to flick in between his legs, and he doesn't translate it.
Ooh.
Not say, not say, no, not say.
Gods, then.
The guards, I did say that I was going to make their heads be where they're looking. Although it's going to look really weird with all the people facing. I suppose you guys are having to do it, so I'll have all of them do it. They're all going on the side. They're all looking this way. The guards who are looking over towards the furry abhuman, the old man, you can hear, "Hi, Consoma, speak, mutant."
So speak mutant, this guy?
Yes, they're the words that you heard, and he's talking to the furry, who I now need to try and turn around, but I can't click on the bloody fucking spinny thing. The furry turns back and...
How did the furry react to the mention of the gods?
Holy shit, he got it.
Ooh!
Well, fuck me.
Oh, yeah.
What Mouth wants to live.
Is that a 15?
So he got a 9 on a 15. Yeah. He says some stuff to in this weird bastardized language, and the elder seems to accept what he's been told. There's another conversation going on, and the furry turns around back to you lot. Elder want to know why you come. I tell him you are travelers from noble house far away.
That is correct.
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow. We are travelers.
And I am from a noble house. It's not incorrect.
He
I'm
kind of
gonna look at you.
when you speak, Jim, he twitches, as if he doesn't like the sound of your voice.
I'm not doing the menacing voice. But still, I don't mind if it doesn't like me or not.
Actually, I would like to do something.
Oh, when he mentioned the God Emperor, so Heinrich noticed he was doing something with his hands, with his hand on his chest. He looked as if someone who, don't say that, don't mention that, don't let them hear you. Like that kind of, as soon as you said Heinrich said it, he just went into this really secretive kind of jerky motions.
I would like to thought send to the furry.
Think of him acting a little bit like a Skaven in his twitchy, cowardly motions. But you would notice that one of the guards gives him a belt round the head and they want to know what weapons you have. You're dangerous.
I'm gonna smirk just a tiny bit. I do have the mining pick, visible because let's be honest, I don't have that much clothing on me, unfortunately.
Yeah, Abby just spreads out her arms on, she has the mining pick.
I will just motion that I have a small disc on my arm too.
I would still like to thought send to the furry,
Sure.
which is something I can do. Like, it doesn't even have a focus roll.
Okay.
So, I would like to thought send. These people are children of the Emperor, are they not?
He falls to the floor, cowers, and holds his head, starts whimpering.
So with mutant bone, he probably fears the Emperor. I'm muttering under my breath.
He's just heard words speaking to him in his head.
I forgot that was mind meld.
He's dropped to the floor and is covering his head, whimpering and whining like an animal in distress.
I'm
Does
just
he
gonna
react when Abby tells him to have no fear?
Have no fear.
The guards start beating him.
I'm going to step forward.
Hitting him with batons and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to take a couple of steps forward when they start beating him with the buttons and everything and try to whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm gonna take a couple of steps forward too, but that's because I wanted the light on his pain.
You do. He is in quite some torment at the moment. The old man steps forwards as well. Emma, mutant. The guards stop hitting him. Sortune, Mia. Muttermouth starts whimpering out a something to tell him. Oh my fucking god, he got a 3!
Yes, we're okay. This is Mario.
He's gonna be a pet now.
Mario 3.
Mario the Third.
Mario Mario Jenkins. There we go.
The Third. Don't forget the
Yes.
Third.
Oh my
He
fucking
gets
god.
up off the floor, again, almost cowering and skittish, and the elder say, why you want to come here?
we need shelter and food, perhaps work. We are not hostile so long as we can be civil. And what is your name, mutant?
He translates back the elder, looking at basically you, Heinrich, and then he takes note of the red robes.
Red robes?
Ebanu, Neako, Metal Man.
Oh.
Mechanicus boy.
Quick push him in the bush. What? No.
Zetu me. Zetu me.
It's
You
still
just
near
hear
side,
metal
yeah.
clattering and like steel beams bending as he falls over.
Fuck my water!
Muttermouth turns around and translates. Elder, believe you noble from far south. You have Metal Man with you. Mechanicus with you. He flinches as one of the guards looks round at him.
Indeed. This sounds about right. I have a very large smile on my face.
Zetu moso neka. Zonto. Enter. Osto meako. Ifa. Zetu mutant. The elder looks at you all, gives you a bow, spits over at the mutant at the floor, before turning round. He does give you a smile, or he gives Heinrich a smile, before moving away. A number of the people also move back, but they're still all watching you, as you enter their shithole of a town. And the mutant will, whilst this is all going on, will translate. Elder say you may enter. You may stay if you can pay to. I translate until trade caravan come.
Trade.
As he tries to get stand up to his full stature, the guards give him another smack, and he kind of cowers back down again. You notice as he stands up, he actually stands up to his full height. He's taller and far better built than the guards. But then when they hit him in the side, he hunches back down and takes up a more submissive posture.
Okay.
How tall are these people, by the way? Just so I know, because I'm still super fucking tall.
They're about 5'5".
Okay, these people are tiny.
Tall. I'm 8 inches taller than all of them.
Like their build is far more squat and burly build. Like they're not flimsy as some of their tokens may have you believe.
Wait, how tall are they?
5'5".
That's about 1 meter and 63 centimeters, kind of.
Oh,
They're
I'm
like-
3 centimeters taller than them.
I'm 55 centimeters
Oh,
taller
well,
than them.
Abby is.
Because I'm 7'2".
Listen, we're the Imperium. We have to use Imperial measurements. God damn it.
Yeah, use sane people measurements. Meters.
Meters. Better.
Use multiples of
I catch
same
one of you
material.
using stones to measure weight. I swear.
This is where we use pounds, because money is good.
Pounds is fine. Pounds is like half a kilo.
Something like that. I can't fucking remember.
It's made 465 grams.
Geddy, you might know this. You worked in kitchens. How long can you leave tuna salad out? Tuna mayo for?
In the sun? Not long.
No. In a cool room.
Yeah, cool room.
I'm looking over the leftovers of my lunch, like, I'm going to eat you later. I hope I won't get sick.
When did you eat it?
Yeah, when did you have
I
it?
made tuna rolls for lunch about 1 o'clock today.
Today.
Almost.
Today?
Yeah, today. So it's only been.
Then you're good.
It's almost 9 hours ago. Yeah, I'd give it a smell just in case, but yeah, should be good.
If I know you can't leave pasta out for a day. That's just no.
I've eaten some bad shit before and survived, so I'm sure I'll be all right.
Food poisoning in the whole fucking places. So yeah, I think you'll be alright.
So you were all allowed to enter the town. The guards do back away. They do like watch you, but they do allow you to enter. Not much happens in this town, quite clearly. Think about for every token, there's maybe 2 or 3 people, of the generic tokens anyway. And you can see that, yeah, an awful lot of them all have the exact same family features going on. You're pretty sure this area hasn't had that much fresh genetic contributions in a while.
Yeah.
I have a question. Are their clothing? What type of clothing do they have?
Primitive. Whilst they do seem to have some basic weaving technology, they can make cloth and things like that. A lot of them here are actually wearing leathers. The poor individuals stink. Absolutely stink. In fact, now that you're close to Muttermouth, he also smells quite bad.
I'll put up a hand out to try and slow him down, and you're staying with us. You can translate. And then as I realize the stench, I kind of just weird.
Despite the stench, Abby would step up to the furry and say, "Excuse me, I didn't mean to frighten you." He might recognize the voice.
His eyes go wide. We down here. We down here.
Where the fuck do you go? Oh.
He heads down south, where you'll notice basically a shanty town. There's a few tents set up. It's not particularly nice down here, away from everywhere else. The buildings as well. You would notice there are 2 stone-built buildings. These look old, very old, whereas the other buildings are all of the stone that's from... Sorry. There's 2 stone buildings of completely different stone to the stone that's in this area. So this building, or where this ping is a completely different stone. Excuse me, drinking beer and GMing at the same time is a bit of a problem. It's completely different stone to what you've seen on the planet so far, along with this building. A completely different stone to the stone that you've seen so far in the world.
Okay, so that must be the 2 more important buildings.
And very old looking. You can see that whilst it seems like a really hard, solid stone, it has aged with the elements and time. The other stone buildings around are all of the white stone that you saw as you were coming over. All the mountain ranges around here are more of this white stone. That's what they're made out of. And they don't seem to have weathered that much. But the stone isn't it seems more porous. Like the other 2 buildings are of this unique stone, very shiny looking, and even where it's weathered and kept a kind of gloss to it. Whereas all the other natural stone that's from around here has a very dull, almost flaky-like appearance.
Okay.
And then you come to the shanty town. Now, Muttermouth, I did think about giving his character a missus. I haven't decided. There may be a female furry in one of these tents. Haven't quite decided yet. might be something I can use against him later on.
It's alright, when we adopt him, we're going to get him neutered.
Yes, more than one.
If we adopt him, then what you're saying is we're gonna have a whole litter to take care of.
No, we're neutering them.
Listen,
How-
we are playing Rogue Trader. Having a private army is kind of part of the game. Don't fucking ruin it.
How good are we for time?
I'm good.
I
have
got
a
another
holiday
good
tomorrow.
about 5-10 minutes. It might be best to wrap this up soon.
Okay.
I'm fine.
So as you all come on down to Muttermouth's side of town, we'll end. Well, no. The key questions that you wanted to ask him, I would focus on them for 5 minutes.
Okay. So the first thing was I did want to actually get his name.
Muttermouth. People
Yeah,
here
right.
call Muttermouth.
Mutterman.
How did he react? Did he recognize Abby's voice?
Yes, his eyes went wide, and his ears kind of went down. But he didn't. He's scared. Don't get me wrong. He is really scared, but he seems to understand in a way. Like that you weren't hostile. That it was you. That it's not, something else. You, Saikana. Yes.
Abby would smile and nod.
Not tell others. Not tell others. They not. No.
What is their problem with? I kind of motioned and mouthed it almost. I kind of mouth Emperor. What is the issue there, or is it?
He turns to the side, so he's no longer looking up so the villagers cannot see him. And he makes an Aquila on his chest. Sky God die. Sky God die here. No. Worship here, no. Outsiders worship. Low people. Land people. Not kill. If no. Must keep. Secret, yes.
Abby would turn around to Heinrich, cross her arms, narrow her eyes, and say, "When the people forget their duty, they are no longer human and become something less than beasts. They have no place in the bottom of humanity, nor in the heart of the Emperor."
Wait, did he just say that the Emperor died? Is that what I heard, or did I seriously space out?
He died here.
Yeah,
The Emperor died
sounds
here.
like that's a
belief.
butchered speech for the faith has died.
Okay.
The belief that the religion has died here. It's
I'll smile just a little bit.
all right. Well, I have a rather large smile on my face, and well, maybe we should bring some faith. Not now. But we need to make the most of our current situation. And currently, we don't have that many torches, and most of the buildings are stone.
But yet we need too is resources if you're going to be here for a while. So I'm gonna look at you. You need armor and weapons because this mining pick is atrocious.
I will.
Weapons. He kind of gives a submissive kind of nod. Work. money. You need to work if you want to eat. It's dangerous. I can show you communal weapons, armor. Kind of gestures and shows you over to one of the more dilapidated, rundown shacks at the side. These are made of wood. There's a terrible, crappy lock that he just takes off. And as he opens the door, that is where we will end our episode. So, I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to future episodes to come, where our group will armor up and find out about some quests and other things that they can do, and look into the adoption papers for one Muttermouth and possibly family of mutants. We will see. So I certainly hope you enjoyed and are looking forward to future episodes to come. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. See ya.